Good afternoon. The weekly briefing of the General Prosecutor Office. The Prosecutor General's Office concluded its pretrial investigation regarding pseudo-prosecutor who, in this July, introducing himself as a member of Astana's Prosecutor's Office in uniform, lying about an inspection, tried to get money from the company's director in amount of $10,000 for not bringing him to justice for alleged violations of tax legislation. At the time of arrest, suspect was a lawyer at Astana's Bar Association, and prior to that, he had worked as an assistant to the prosecutor of Rudny in Kostanay region since 2009 until April 2016. He was dismissed from the prosecutor's office on his own will. Prosecution found the proof for it in the collected evidence of the case. Criminal activities of the pseudo-prosecutor are subject to two articles: attempted large-scale fraud and imposture. The criminal case is at the stage of judicial trial. The Prosecutor General's Office concluded its pretrial investigation regarding 24 members of the criminal group, consisting of employees from the Akimat, Justice Office, Population Service Center, Land Registry, companies, and other citizens who, during 2 years in Zelenograd district, had forged documents of the Land Commission, Akims of Koshe, Talapker, Koyandı, Karotkel, rural districts on the provision of land plots and sold them. As a result of criminal activities, the said persons affected 187 people illegally took out more than 370 land plots from the state ownership. The damage brought to the state accounts for 195,360,000 tenge. The land plots had been sold by market price to individuals in the amount of more than $500 million tenge. The materials of the criminal case consist of 470 volumes. Participants of the process started to study the materials of case, and in the nearest future the criminal case will be referred to the court. On November 10 of this year, a Kazakhstan citizen accused of embezzling funds in the amount of $120,000 was extradited from the United Arab Emirates to Kazakhstan. The United Arab Emirates competent authorities satisfied the request of the Prosecutor General Office of the Republic Kazakhstan on her surrender. The work was conducted with assistance of the Embassy of Kazakhstan in the United Arab Emirates and the Interpol of the Republic of Kazakhstan. In 2011, the alleged criminal, posing as a former employee of an oil company, deceived an entrepreneur on possible conclusion of a lucrative contract for the supply of sulfur. For the expenses of the contract, upon her request, the funds in the amount of $120,000 were transferred to her account. After receiving the money, she has left. Currently, suspect is settled in the pretrial detention center in Almaty. On November 2, about 9 a.m., police received a message concerning the disappearance of the sisters aged 6 and 7 in the Algabas gated community in Almaty. According to the post in the Facebook social network published by volunteer Elia Aliyeva, after a call, police officers arrived with a service dog. However, a trace of girls was not detected. Unsuccessful searches were continuing, including through the distribution of information in social networks. The Unaccompanied children were found by prosecutors assistant of the city Gulnara Jambekova the same day about 2 p.m. in a busy place along the road near the ice place Almaty Arena. Referring to the words of the children, in the early morning they left their house and they got lost. After that they decided to go, as they explained, to the forest to gather strawberry. At the same time, the children did not know their address, not the phone number of the parents, since the girls looked chilled and hungry. Gulnara Jambekova fed them in the nearest dining room and the colored officers of juvenile justice. The Prosecutor General considers the issue of the remuneration of the Prosecutor Jambekova.